کاوش مدیا.
We are trying to do a deal with Iran, which we can get to later, however weak and short it is. But we, the US, we are looking toward Asia. That's our challenge. And that's the advantage Putin has turned, because he saw that as a moment of distraction and weakness. Biden's looking in other places. Merkel's gone. Macron's under re-election. The Germans have this strange new government. The EU doesn't really have a foreign policy. It's shrinking by comparison in its economy with both China and the United States. It's becoming actually less economically important than it used to be. I do worry a lot about the Palestinian question. We don't talk enough about it. Abu Mazen is really old. He has very little control. We don't know what's going to happen after he goes. It makes me very, very nervous. And Israel keeps expanding in this quiet way, making a real Palestinian state harder and harder to even contemplate. And I just worry there are time bombs under all these issues that may, in a few years, blow up the stability that we now welcome. And where we are now, it's still the same. You have the EU3 doing all the negotiating and running back and forth between Iran and Rob Malley. You had in the American team some conflict because some people felt we were being too soft, too eager to get a deal. But I think the feeling now is the hopes the Biden people had for a follow-on deal that would be, as they said, longer and stronger, those seem to have disappeared. And even the value of a restored JCPOA is less now than it would have been 18 months ago. So I still expect there'll be some kind of deal. I really do, because I think the Iranians have won, to be honest. They have built the knowledge that they didn't have before. They have built incredibly sophisticated centrifuges. They're not going to destroy them under any deal. They'll lock them up. They've been pushing IAEA around. They've lived with sanctions for so long that, they may decide it's just not worth their while. Though at this point, I think however it ends, you will not call this a defeat for Iran. And this is why it's going to be so controversial in the American Congress, no matter what happens. It's a dangerous moment, and so a deal is better than no deal, but this deal will not, answer the major question, and it certainly won't cut Iran's ambitions off at the knees.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند.